Hello and welcome to another episode of Sports with Monga. And well, it almost feels like United did not want to win this game, given the number of chances that they've had in the first half. And it almost felt to me like Sean Dash is going to cause a big upset for Manchester United, and it'll all go haywire from there. Thankfully, that didn't happen. A game of two halves in a lot of sense, but it was very interesting to see from where Manchester United were coming to play this game. They've not had a good result over the last couple of games. Of course, we all want to talk about the looming. They've won the last two, but then the loss that they had against Liverpool, they've not had the kind of a fight back reaction with like 7 goals or like 2 or 3 goals scored by United players for them to kind of showcase their mettle against any team. So that's kind of the mettle that I'm talking about, like for them to be able to go in, bang in some goals, and be able to kind of come back and show that they are there for the taking of the top 4. This was like a very similar game, like in my mind. Of course, the at home Manchester United at Old Trafford, they've been doing pretty well, and they've been holding off a lot of good games, in the past, in this season as well. So that is a good thing that they're not conceding, they're not losing games at home. But then that led to some changes that today Eric Ten Hag also kind of brought on. Maguire was starting. That was kind of interesting to see. No Varane there, no Diego Dalot, and no Luke Shaw. Luke Shaw kind of, I think, is injured. He walked off. Malacia came in. Maguire and Wan-Bissaka for Dalot as well. There are a lot of games for Manchester United still to play, and it's a busy. Manchester United is playing a lot of games with Sevilla. Then they have, I think, Nottingham Forest and so on and so forth in the Europa and in the Premier League as well, and also playing the FA Cup round. So there's a lot of games for Manchester United to play around, and that's kind of like the rotation was important. On the other side for Everton, not like, I think the main issue for Everton was they did kind of have a draw in their last game, but then Decore's red card that needed some replacement, and Sims came in, and I felt in a way that didn't kind of keep the game flowing the way that they would have expected. But anyway, it ended Manchester United 2 and Everton 0. With Manchester United dominated the first half, registering 21 shots. This is the maximum they've ever kind of for a long time. The shots on target was 6 in the first half, but then 21 shots. That's a lot of shots. And Pickford was busy the whole afternoon trying to save and trying to kind of keep the ball out, but. And like the wing shot, like Bruno Fernandes on top and Godfrey kind of just missing the ball, and Antony behind him on his left foot. He's been trying that shoot on the curling from the left foot for the whole game, and Pickford was on top of it every time. He had made some brilliant saves to stop the host from running away with this game. He made 5 saves in the first period to stop one-on-one opportunities from both Rashford and Antony, while Wan-Bissaka missed an open goal. He missed an open goal. Can you so there was a shot, it deflects from it gets rebounded from the goal, from the post, and Wan-Bissaka just snapped at it, which kind of just went begging to see the ball go outside of the goal. Sims almost scored the second. That was an amazing move. Like, Sims had so much time, and the ball was moving in slow motion, just kind of moved away from the goal of Manchester United, and that was a big moment. That would have been a very different Everton game to kind of keep aside. Everton swept through the Red Devils' fans, but he dragged his effort past the left post. And then McTominay, the man on the golden on the goal scoring spree, I would say. He's been having a blast with goals over the last. He scored 2 for Ireland, not for Ireland, for Scotland against Spain. That was an amazing, against Cyprus as well. I think he scored goals. So he's the goal scorer for the first goal scorer for Manchester United. He scored after Rashford kind of tiptoeing and trying to find the angle for a shot. Ended up managing to just kind of get the ball to Sancho, who placed the ball perfectly for McTominay to just shoot one time and beating Pickford on the near post. That was amazing to see. And then in the second half, it was a little more conscious play. United did not want to concede. They were kind of looking, I think, of course, after you've had 21 shots in the first half, you don't want to kind of keep the same intensity. But then luck favored Manchester United when Keane, I think the ball got stuck to Keane's feet, which led Rashford to kind of square the ball up perfectly for Martial to score after being kind of coming off the bench in the 75th minute and scoring the 71st minute. Everton at the end of it was like done. I think the one issue was the fact that Rashford limped off. There was a long ball and Rashford was running for it, but then Rashford limped off, holding his groin. I think everybody's interested, like what's gonna happen, how bad is that injury, and so on and so forth. Because Manchester United have a very busy end of the season run. The win moves Manchester United into third place for the time being, while Everton remains 16th. For the time being for Manchester United, because Newcastle are playing later today against Newcastle are playing right now against Brentford. That's one of the reasons why it can swing again, because United and Newcastle are same games played. United at 56 and Newcastle right now at 54. So if they win, they'll go third. The Red Devils face Sevilla in the Europa League before facing Nottingham Forest in the league, while Everton host Fulham next Saturday. So it's a packed season, and we're just all waiting to hear from Erik ten Hag on what's happening with Rashford, how's his injury coming along, and if the fact that he's able to come back. What's the status in a way. I'm gonna do a quick check here right now from Marcus Rashford. Has he said anything right now? Nope, no comments yet. So I think I'll have to do another video when we get to know when we get to know more. And this is what Erik ten Hag says. We played a third game in 6 days, which is crazy. We see a lack of sharpness in the final movement. There's also risk for injuries, and now we have to wait for Rashford. We have to see what it is and how bad it is. We wait for 48, 24, 36 hours, and then we know more. So another big red kind of danger sign for Manchester United and their hopes for kind of winning any silverware this season. And that's going to be very interesting to see how things kind of go. For Everton, on the other hand, Sean Dyche, it's a tough loss to take against, but then it's also the fact that where they're kind of finding themselves in the relegation battle right now. They are in the relegation zone with 8, like they are 18th with 27 points. There are games happening right now. Leicester City is playing Bournemouth, Nottingham Forest, and so on. Everyone's playing right now, from Wolves to West Ham to Nottingham to Bournemouth to Leicester. Things can change if Leicester. It's going to be interesting to see how things kind of pan out, because still from 14th onwards, still I think I would. It's not a big difference. Like Crystal Palace to Southampton is still just 7 points. Crystal Palace is the 30th, are their 12th, and Southampton is 20th with 23 points, and Everton right now with 27 points. Let me know in the comment section below, what do you think about this game? Rashford's injury, Erik ten Hag, has he pushed him too much? Considering Rashford has been on a goal-scoring spree since he came back after the World Cup. Has he overused him? But then, who would he have? Did he have chances to kind of have... because Martial was injured as well. Martial came in. Today's another positive of the fact that Eriksen came in. But then let me know in the comment section below, do you think Rashford was overworked? Or what do you think the extent of this injury, and what does this injury mean to Manchester United? Will they lose momentum and this kind of be a nowhere season for them? No silverware from the FA Cup or also the Europa, and they will drop from the top 4 as well in the Premier League. Let me know in the comment section what do you think. Do like this video, do share, and do subscribe, and I will catch you in the next one.